Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my channel, The Donkey Business. I have been watching a lot very recently. I'm a bit unwell again in live and that's why I have so much time to watch a lot of things. And I am going to be talking about 8 random movies and shows that I watched and rate them according to my personal judgment. The first film that I want to talk about is called The Quiet American. It is one of the simplest war drama movies I have ever seen. It's about an English man who falls in love with a Vietnamese girl. And this girl is actually having an affair with an other English man who is married to someone else. And in between all this, there is a Vietnamese war going on. So the movie is interesting, it has an interesting plot, but the problem that I had with the film was that it was poorly directed. Acting was okay, I wasn't a very big fan of the acting, but the story and the screenplay is good and that's why I kind of recommend this film. However, I rate this film a 6 on 10. The next film that I want to talk about is called Nowhere in Africa, which is a movie based on a German family who have to move to Africa because of Hitler. And the movie is a bit long and the production quality of the film is honestly normal, not too nice, but the story and acting is very interesting. I like the movie overall, and however some scenes were incredibly long which made the movie a bit slow, and the film still has an interesting plot and that's why I kind of recommend it, and I would give this movie a 5 on 10. The next one is a movie that is actually making a lot of buzz around the world. It's called The Menu, which is a horror film which I watched very recently, and is about a group of people who go for this 8-course meal in this very fancy hotel by one of the best chefs in the world. Food setup and the whole dinner setup is a bit spooky. The movie has a very interesting first half, however I wasn't a fan of the second half. It kind of lost the plot and I did not kind of like it. The movie has some good actors though, and watch it if you have the patience. I wasn't a big fan of the film, but people around the world are really liking it. However, I rate this film like a 6.5 on 10. The next movie that I want to talk about is called Syriana, which is a very engaging movie with a very good story and outstanding acting. Very real political Hollywood film talking about the fuck up between countries, and someone who is interested in such events would really like this film. It's a beautiful film and I really enjoyed it, and I would rate this movie a 8 on 10. The next film that I want to talk about is called Road to Perdition. Tom Hanks is in the movie and that's one of the main reasons why I stumbled upon this film and decided to watch it. But apart from that, the movie is good. It is pretty much engaging as well. The story is nice. It's a gangster movie and one of the very few nice gangster movies that I have liked. The movie is not about the style of gangster, but about the relationship between a father and a child, where the father's a gangster and the child has kind of witnessed a murder. So the film is about that. Directed by the director of American Beauty, and the visuals of the movie are stunning, and I rate this film a 7.5 on 10. The next film that I want to talk about is called Far From Heaven, which is an independent romance drama movie about a family which is super perfect, are rich and host like the best parties ever. And then one day there is like a secret in the family which kind of comes out, which is about the husband who's having an affair with someone else. And I will stop there. There is a darker secret to this, but I don't want to spoil it for you. And then how the family kind of struggles with this whole secret in a society who look at them as a perfect couple. The film is about that. It is an interesting movie for sure, and good acting, and a lot of it talks about society. And I rate this film a 7 on 10. The next series that I want to talk about is a series which I watched very recently. It's called Taza Khabar, and it's a very interesting show with a very interesting cast, and I really enjoyed it. It is about Bhuvan Bam, who is, by the way, the producer and the lead actor of the show. Hats off to you, great work. He basically gets this power where he comes to know what's going to happen in the world way before anyone else in the form of news on his phone, and because of that he creates a team and becomes super rich. I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to say what happens with him and what he does, but the show is really good. However, I had some loopholes. I did not want to see something that we've seen in the Hindi film industry before. I have reviewed it in Hindi on my other channel. I will attach the link in the description box below so you will exactly know what I think about it. However, I rate this series a 7 on 10. The last one that I want to talk about is called This Is Going to Hurt. Holy shit. This is one of my favorite series that I have watched this year. It did not release in 2022, but what a series! I loved it. I'm a huge fan of Ban Vishal, and he is a great actor, and he is in this series. It is a medical comedy series, and that is first of my genre as well, so I really enjoyed it. It is about him who's a gynec and the kind of insane stuff that he goes through. I learned a lot about how hospital works, how doctors work, what the fuck happens there. Sorry for my language, but it is what the fuck happens there. It is so good, so well made, well edited, well acted. Everything about it was just perfect, and I rate this a 8.5 to 9 on 10. Highly recommended. One of my favorite in this list. It's so good. It's just season 1, and oh my god, I love it. So these are my recommendations. Also kind of told you how I like them, so you can decide what you want to watch. But thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you very soon.